live stream. Hey Diane, hey Sarah, hey Erica, hey Amanda, hey Lisa, hey Sharon, hey Comatose, hey Onomatopoeia, hey Amanda, hey Rhonda. Happy birthday, Comatose. Happy birthday, Al. It's so great to see you all. Ah! Let's turn the volume on that down. There we go. So I still have a little bit of a cough today. I've been all but eating this stuff, the Vicks Vapor Rub, the vapors. Um, we're trying to stay warm, Amanda. I'm gonna take another hit of this vapor rub. Um, so how are y'all doing today? I'm just gonna rub it on my throat. Don't watch. It's weird. Mm. Mm. Oh yeah, the vapors. I'm gonna try to not rub it in my eyeballs this time. Oof, vapor rub, right? I almost use this stuff just as a lotion. I love the way it smells. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Hey Buttons, long time no see for sure. How have you been? Hey Mariah. Ooh, yeah, crafting. Oh no, hey Witch Gnome. Well, we're gonna be doing a bunch of crafting today as well. So, hey Lynn, how are you doing? Unfortunately, I'm allergic to it. Oh no, Kathy! Well, good thing you can't smell me right now because I am slathered in this stuff. Like, I put some on and then put on like my big warm socks and my shoes. Like, because I put it on my feet too. I don't know if it actually helps anything, but I like it. Zinc makes me super nauseous, Amethyst. So I kind of stay away from it. But I've been eating a lot of foods that are high in zinc naturally. So, hey Christina, I love and miss you so much. The menthol. I'm just getting into my bed here in UK. Hey Vera. We're doing pretty good, Comatose. Knocked out 15 dragon eye wraps. Holy smokes. Get the Buckleys up. mm. Oh, well, thanks, Cindy. I'm better than your sound. Oh no, am I sounding rough? I'm probably sounding rough. That's till the cookie crumbles. Menthol makes me gag. Well, hey, Anna. I'm glad you can't smell me right now. I've been vapor rub. It's just a cold. It's getting a humidifier has really helped. And just the dry air was just getting to me and I had a bit of a cough. And it's like I'm fine as long as I don't do anything. Like if I do anything, anybody who's been keeping up with my Monster Vlog yoga stuff, um it's probably had me coughing in your ear because it's like I'll be fine until like I like get up and moving around. Like Randy and I went on a walk. We did like 2 laps around one of the parks here in town. And oh no, Diane says I got COVID for my birthday the other day. No, I don't have any of the other symptoms. It's just a cough. But I've been like huffing my humidifier, just like I'll put it right down between my feet while I'm working. And the vapors. Okay. Vapor was also supposed to go around the nostrils. I'm not gonna grease my nostrils up here on cam though. I don't know. We'll see where the night goes. So Randy and I have been busting our butts to get inventory made. Right on, Lynn. Elderberry. I've been drinking tea and coffee with honey and cinnamon in it because my friend Tracy told me to. And she's like, she's the adult that I go to for everything when it's like, hey, what should I do on this one? And she's like, you're a dumbass, let's do this. I mean, she doesn't say that first part, but sometimes I can feel her being like, how are you this dumb? And I'm like, I don't know, Tracy, I'm equally disappointed and depressed, or disappointed and impressed. Right on. It's yummy is what it is. So cheers, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and, well, I'll show you guys. So I need it to make a sturdier necklace display. These are all the necklaces that Randy and I have gotten completed in the past like week or two, lots and lots of water. I normally use my reusable bottle, but just in case I am like carrying, like I don't want to be reinfecting myself with the same water bottle all day. So we've got a whole bunch in here. I followed along with an Oksana crafts tutorial and added a little bloop and hammered it on some of these labradorites that we were going to put up in the shop, and I was like, I shall keep them. They will be mine. Well, until I sell them in our booth. But oh, you can't see them, but buried in here. Let's get the camera up and flipped around. I don't know why I put in all this time doing my damn makeup, because I just flipped the camera around. So I got all pretty today just for you guys, and this will be the last time you see it. So, but I can't not do my, like, if I show up just looking like a russet potato, then I'll be like, I'll feel like I've let myself down. So I'm getting the charger untangled. We have like a 30-foot charging cable for the phone. So please pardon me while I shake the phone about. Potatoes are delicious, and I love them. I'm pretty happy to be a potato. But I just try to make it look like I tried, is all. Like, even Randy put pants on, which I'm just like, go you, baby. Okay, so this is one of the necklace designs that we've made. Our first show is April 22nd through 24th. It's Anime St. Louis in St. Charles, Missouri. So pretty close to St. Louis. Look at that lab, you guys. So my favorite way of just turning pendants into necklaces is to just make some wire wrapped bead links. Oh, well, thanks, Erin. Is to do some wire wrapped links and attach it to the chain to bring it to about an 18 to 19 inch base length. And then I put on 4 or 5 inches of extender chain. Ah, they say zoom in. Okay, then. Let me see if I can do this without buggering everything up. Hey, Droma, thank you. Yeah, I do. I like them too. Yeah, that's just the nature of the live stream, Kim. Let me see if I'll actually have a thing for this. I'm going to clean the camera lens because there's no telling when the last time that happened. But yeah, so we still have, give me a sec, y'all. We still have quite a bit of time to prepare for our first vending event since 2019. But no time like the present to do literally everything that we can. So, and that's kind of just our mentality on everything, is it's like why I put off, I'm a natural procrastinator. So it's like, I don't want to, put things off. If we could be ready, like by the end of February, that'd be amazing, because then we might be able to start working on costumes. But we don't know what might come up, just in our personal and work life between here and now, or now and then. So there's one of them. And now whenever we make jewelry for our booth, arg. Hey, honey.
You got Gurger.
I try to make sister pieces. So we have in the exact same style, but of course the natural variation of gemstones. We get our silver colored chain from the Ring Lord typically, but this stuff is actually aluminum chain just from Michael's, the craft store. But so we have each of these wrapped up and finished the necklaces in similar ways. Ooh, now that's a clever idea. Now this is just one of our, we did the foam for a, like, template, and then we would cut it out of leather. So this one we don't use in our booth, but it's just what I'm using for storing necklaces on. So we have those 3, and I guess I'm just going to stack them on my arm, because we then did 3 more in a different metal tone. So those were in the Parawire's titanium toned Parawire. So then we have these 3 done in the antique copper. We'll need 18 gauge 1/4 inch.
Not these.
Not those ones. Randy's getting set up over here to do some chainmail with us. He's been busting out bracelets and stuff like a mad person. So then we have these three with, thanks, Sabea. It's an Oksana Crafts pattern. The tutorial doesn't have that little twist there, but I really liked it. And I include it on some of them and don't on some others. But this is the... Do what, love?
18 gauge 1/4?
Yep. But this is the vintage bronze. This one's probably my favorite lab. It's just so flashy. We do sell the stones. We add more to our website every Monday for our shop updates.
We do the shop update on Monday.
Yeah. That's what I said, wasn't it?
You said we add on Monday.
But yeah, so that's 9 in one design. We were able to spread between 9 necklaces, so 3 in each metal tone. And so that's a great way to be able to take, one design and then make a bunch of it. So I'm gonna use the tripod real quick.
Good luck. It's gonna get heavy.
Well, yeah, that's why I tightened it so it won't.
Okay.
Dragon Con did happen last year, but fortunately they're happening again this year. Lynn says, can I ask where you buy your labs? We get them in wholesale from lapidaries all over the world. A lot in India, some in Africa, some in China, some here in the US. But we buy them in bulk. That way we can curate them. I kind of keep the broken and cruddy ones for myself to like find ways to use because sometimes you'll get a lab that like it has a good flash from a very awkward angle, and so I'll just use pieces like those in our fairy house sculpts or in some of my own pieces that I have up in our temple room, like home decor kind of stuff, and then I put the other stuff out as a curated yeah, kind of a curated shop. So and then we also add the groove option to it, because most of the labs that we sell, we add grooves to for you guys. Oh, I have no idea. Randy and I haven't butted heads on the pricing on those yet, so we'll figure it out. Now, these ones we'd actually made, these were some of our last pieces that we had made in 2021 in some of our tutorials. So again, more labradorites, just because, gosh, they sell so well. Like, I've never met anybody who's like, yeah, I hate that stone. Like, the worst I've ever heard anybody say about labradorite is that it's very common and, like, that maybe they feel like it's overused or maybe they already have a bunch of labradorite. But it looks really good in natural and fluorescent lighting, so it's a good stone, I think, to keep in stock.
Is this your water or mine?
That is my water. I'll move it so you don't drink after me. Yeah, Randy and I have been on, like, quarantine from each other. I haven't gotten smoochies in, like, a million years.
It's been 3 days.
Kiss me. No. No, it's for the best. It keeps him from getting sick. So, but yeah, I'm not certain how much we're going to sell them for a star. Hey, Roberto. Right on, Aaron. We've missed seeing you. How have you been? Hey, Missy. Bye, Christina. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Ooh, we totally could do that extra little twist to Droma. I just didn't. What are we doing? I don't know. I'm just showing you guys what we've been working on. So this one we're actually going to be doing a tutorial. Excuse me. We're going to be doing a tutorial on for our wire wrapping master course.
For the master course, you're doing a different design, but the same technique.
Oh yeah, I'm going to show different variations, but it's on this component.
Yeah.
Anna just goes, moons. Well, we'll show you what we've been up to, Anna, because we hopefully will have some cool moons lined up for you guys. But, so this is another one that with this one component that we've made, we can have where the spirals down. So we have 2 in that style. Or we can do it where, my personal favorite, I think, with the spiral up. So it just sits like that. We have a Nightbot, Carolyn. It is our robot overlord. And so this was something I wire wove till my fingers hurt. And so again, we did it in the titanium tone, 2 in each style. And I'm dropping. And then that's the vintage bronze. So we'll be in the wire wrapping master course. We will be resuming with that upcoming. Can I help you, sir? Can I help you, sir? He said, no, I'm a dog. That's right. You are a dog. It's okay. It's hard work being a dog. Oh. But yeah, so that's just the necklaces that we've been working on. So I have to say we've been meeting our minimum production numbers for certain. Because we did the...
Dude, we got nothing. There is no
Give me a
food
sec.
here.
I've got to go love on this dog. I'm going to let him out.
Okay.
Would you mind letting him back in, maybe? I think he's mad because Sam has his phone. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta do my fur baby parenting things. Alright, let's go get you in the stick. Yours is right there. Is that not the right one? Don't have it.
I don't really know what color we get requested the most. It's
Excuse me.
they all Dragonite colors we get requested the most.
Probably purples, blues, greens, and fire toned.
So all of them.
Well, no, because we also the pinks don't move as much.
Yeah, the pink eyes.
The silver toned don't seem to sell as well. Well, nobody wants pink eye. Okay, so these are, the necklaces. And again, we have them in vintage bronze and the antique copper. And this is all enameled, so we don't have to worry about it tarnishing.
You did not stupid about it. You have to see.
No, I got Z a fresh one. Because I couldn't find Z's original. Oh, but yeah, so that's... Where did you say I got that huge box of jump rings for chainmail? I called it a jump ring starter kit. We get that on Amazon from American Chainmail. And then we also got, super adorable. When we did our booth setup that we actually shot a video for, we were able to get a count up of the minimum of what we would need to just fill our displays. And then we want at least that much, preferably twice that much, and ideally 3 times that much.
UPS driver's lost.
Oh yeah? Has he just been circling the block?
Every time he's gone down that street.
There's no telling.
So, this is how you want them?
Yes.
Okay, how many for a bracelet?
I've no idea.
Something like 40?
Yeah. And then I'll weave one. If I can remember how to. I might have to watch my own tutorial just to see how to weave them. But, excuse me, you guys. Sorry. But, so we went through and Randy made the bezels for all of these. So, but yeah, to finish, if I can, trying to finish a thought, is more challenging than I thought it would be. Now that we know what the minimum amount of jewelry that we need to fill our display, we can know how much we need to make each week to have enough made in time for our first event. So we do, Anna. Thank you, Sarah. I love all your work. Tried to find your craft along box on Etsy, but couldn't. You and Randy are amazing. Oh, well, thank you, Sarah. We actually don't sell them on Etsy anymore. We sell them on our website, backtoearthcreations.com. And you can find them under, if you go to shop and then craft along materials and then kits and boxes. We'll have all of our craft along boxes and stuff. But yeah, we did. Hey, Sabea. I saw you looking fine on Instagram today with all your makeup, dude. That's why I actually did my makeup today. Is I was like, well, Sabea's all dressed up, so I gotta get dressed up too. Yeah. And so we've got just a bunch of. They have Jennifer. I'm not quite ready to talk about Callie yet, or any of it. But yeah, Callie passed away on January 19th due to a blood clot that caused paralysis from basically waist down. And it was after talking with the vet and they did x-rays and stuff, that was what the vet recommended. So that's why we took last week off, and we aren't having an after party today. Not just because of grieving, but just because of, I was worried that talking a bunch would irritate my cough real bad. But yeah, no, the whole house has just been an absolute shit show. Honestly, it's been really nice to be home and to have been home.
Yeah.
And that we didn't have any social engagements lined up. We didn't have any traveling. We didn't have anything we had to do other than just be here and be with. So, but yeah, so now and I want to thank everybody who had sent us so many kind emails. Like, y'all are amazing. Thank you guys. But ooh, Witch and Gnome says, what is the most requested color eye you get? I've gotten multiple requests for green eyes. I'm just curious what others get requested the most. Green, blue, purple, and like fiery tones get requested probably the most and sell most frequently. We also tend to make like pink and silver and like red and black and like a white, red, and black kind of gradient. Hey, Professor. Well, welcome to the live stream. Thank you, then. Yeah, well, I gotta get back up on the horse.
You say they don't sell well, but we don't have any in stock.
Well, it's not that they don't sell well, it's they don't sell as well. So all of our eyes sell well. It's just varying degrees of how quickly they're gone.
Yeah, they do kind of stick around for a little bit.
Yeah. But, so we have some fossil stone and some beautiful labradorite, which this one I tried to put like a little thing in the back and it didn't quite work, but so there we go. That one's really pretty. I don't know if I did that at the best angle, honestly. I might have to redo the veil on this one.
It looks really nice from the back.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the veil on. I'm gonna redo the veil on this one. And the crafting begins.
They are chainmail, yes.
Do you mind reading the questions? Oh,
yeah,
Miss.
I'm busy working.
Gotcha. Missy Cook says, "Are those chainmailed?" They are. They're set in a half Persian 3-in-1, and I use a product called DevCon. Excuse me, DevCon 2-part 5-minute epoxy. Because it's. Oh yeah, my skirt caught it. Ooh. Oh, that's so cool, Professor.
Do you want me to get your metabutter?
That'd be really cool, but you don't have to. It's just talking a bunch. Excuse me, I'm gonna get some water real quick. And I'm sorry, I'm not addressing everybody's kind comments right now because I told myself I'm not going to cry in today's live stream. So, thank you, though. A massive thank you to everybody. But also, stop it. You're going to make me cry. And it got to the point that, like, my face hurt from crying. Like, it was just... Oof. We are, Chippy. Thank you. Yeah, I thought of you a lot, actually, Kelly. I was like, remembering you've recently gone through this. Whoop. But yeah, so I'm just turning it to where, and the nice thing about half Persian 3 is you can use a ring that's about the same size to just hook through this away. Yes, half Persian 3-in-1. And the DevCon, let me dig it out. This is the product. And it's just a resin, but it's a very thick resin. And it says clear, they're liars. It's like, I don't know if it's going to focus, but it instantly yellows. Um, and is horribly bubbly. And so I would never use it as like a casting resin, but it's perfect for holding in the back because its own surface tension will keep it from soaking through to the front. And so you can now when we do the chainmail, we weave it so it's snug enough that you can hold it and it'll hold the thing. But and I've actually had some chainmail purists be like, well, if you had to use glue, then you didn't weave it tight enough. And I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna sell something to a client that might pop out of the bezel. So that glue is mostly there just as a precautionary. Yeah, translucent mud, right? Thanks, Roberto. Oh, thank you, honey. And it's even got a little bit of water left in it. Could you plug me in over there? This humidifier is like 20% dog fur right now.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I've been wiping it down daily too, but like it just statically puts dog fur. Just like whoop.
I picked it up and was like, whoa.
Okay, so we've put the 2 rings through the edge there.
Did you turn it on?
I did. Right on, Ross. It's we actually sell these in our shop, shameless self-promotion, backtruthcreations.com, and we do new shop update tours every Monday. But if you sign up for our Happy Crafter Club, even just for $1 a month, you get access to our after party live streams when we have them. We will not be having one today just because I don't want to overtax my throat. Like, I haven't had any new tutorials either because it was like a laryngitis type thing for a few days. And it's like I wasn't coughing much, but it just sounded like I ate cigarettes for 40 years. Like, professionally. And just really gritty, gravelly, almost sultry. Like, but... Was it?
No.
Okay. So I was like, dude, I can start eating cigarettes, I suppose.
I was like, are you okay? You were like, ah.
I sounded like Dr. Mrs. the Monarch.
Yeah.
So, we do, Missy. If you search how to set a stone in chainmail, get the captured bead chainmail down pat now. Ah, right on. That's actually what Randy's working on today, Al.
I'm getting started.
Oh, we have, you guys. Thank you. But yes. Oh, that's much better. Because I always want to hang the stone to where it's best face. And then, ooh, this one here is a composite stone. It's actual, like it's real malachite. But then the malachite is such a soft stone that oftentimes whenever you're drilling or cabbing it, it will like it'll just break. And so you can take those broken pieces and recomposite them together in a resin. And this one has some really pretty like copper flakes suspended in the resin before it got cabbed again. Right on, Witch and Gnome. Yeah, 28 gauge is definitely significantly thinner. But I like it, especially when I've been working on projects a lot. It's a lot easier on my hands. Now, also, pro tip though, if you're using stones that are kind of translucent, like a very pale amethyst, or in this case, a rainbow fluorite or opalite, or even like rose quartz or something, I paint it with a silver. You could use PBO paints. I use silver nail polish, but I paint over it and let it cure completely before doing the DevCon epoxy backing. Hey Pro, how's it going? And so that way it keeps that, not only does it add a nice reflective layer on the back of the light, but it keeps it from tinging the stone yellow as the resin ages. These are 18 gauge 3/16 predominantly, and then I used a 16 gauge. Let me see. Son of a bitch, quick. Okay, yeah, it's okay. Super dude. I wonder how many more times I'll drop that. Let me scooch my tripod. So, hey Janine, how's it going? Right on, Chippy. So this is the aluminum sampler that I like. It was like 24 or 25 bucks on Amazon. So the size that I used for the bail, 16 gauge 7/32. So we usually use 16 gauge 1/4 inch, but I kind of just like those being a little bit smaller. But yeah, you can clearly see which ring sizes I use the most. Do you use PBO paints in other ways? I used PBO paints. Oops. I'm glad that was closed. I've used PBO paints for like little tray pendants to put glass over, or like on the back of glass. It's kind of the only thing that I've really used PBO paints for. The smell gets to me because I think they're like what, oil based or something. But whatever it is, it does not agree with me, so I tend to not use it a whole lot. And honestly, PBO paints are great. They're a little expensive for my budget.
I remember when we were dog sitting, Great Dane, her favorite game was push the button.
Yeah, she loved to just claw. It's like she just walked by and find some new way to just punch.
Yep.
Okay, I'm actually going to be pulling the camera up just a little bit more because it is so in my way and it's reflecting the light directly into my face and it's making me grouchy. So I'm going to fiddle with the tripod just a little bit more. There we go. So today I am working on ear cuffs because I actually have it written. Let me go grab my planner. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so we have our weekly minimums written in. There it is. So this is from last week, but we have our weekly minimums written in. So each week, to have as much inventory as what we would like to have, the minimum number and then the maximum number. So we need 10 to 30 pendants made each week, 12 to 36 bracelets, 4 to 12 necklaces, anywhere from 10 to 30 or 20 to 60. I don't know, I need to recount. Earrings. And then ear cuffs, we need 4 to 12. And rings, finger rings, we need 3 to 9. And it's based on just filling our displays. So, and that's weekly as well. So we've been exceeding those numbers, except for last week was the first week that we did this. And I did not make any ear cuffs last week. So I've been going through and just... Thanks, Enchanted. It's not focused. I'm not focused. Okay. Here we go. Let's fool about with the tripod again. There we are. Gotta make a bunch of Valentine's Day pendants. Right on. Do what?
Is your thing producing steam yet?
It is. Do you not see it coming?
I do. I guess barely, yeah.
It's, I'm wiggling around so much that I can see and I can hear, but who am I? I craft, therefore I am. So I've been going through and making the, I like to get the easy stuff out of the way. And then that way if I'm feeling like, oh, I don't really feel like doing it, It's just easy stuff, and then I can knock it up to the harder stuff if I feel like it. Yeah, no worries, Cindy. I really appreciate you guys letting me know. But so these are the two styles of ear cuffs that I've been making that are just base, like very, very simple, easy to make. We sell them for like anywhere from $3 to $5. Uh, ear cuffs. So there's those ones, and we had met production for like a bunch of weeks actually on the ear cuffs. So I'm gonna have Randy put these away. Are you guys going to be filming at the shows?
Probably not.
Probably not. We may do a little bit of like a booth tour or something. I'm handing those over to you for you to put away when you're ready. Thank you. But I don't like to force a camera into people's faces, and not everybody who's at a convention just because they're out in public doesn't mean that they want, to be on my YouTube channel. So we don't do a whole lot of filming during the actual convention itself, unless we're walking around on the convention floor and I can like ask people if they want to be like, hey, can I get video of your costume? And usually they're like, yes, because I made it and I want people to notice it and stuff. So, have you ever been interviewed at any conventions? We have a bunch. And the first couple of times I was really tickled about it, and then after that I was like, I'm so tired.
The very first time they left and you went, what was that about? And I was like, you were just on the radio.
Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, and that wasn't even a convention. That was just a craft show.
Yeah.
But, like, the person had, like, the microphone, and I have this impulse. If somebody hands me a mic, or holds a mic to me that has, like, that big squishy top, I just want to bite it. Like, and it's like, please don't bite the microphone, Vaughn. Don't bite. Stop biting it. But it just looks so squished. Right on. I really enjoy doing that, actually. But I also respect that it's not everybody's cup of tea, so I'm not gonna force folks to participate. Yeah, never too many. Well, today we're working on, I had gotten some of these intricate ear cuffs made that are very similar to we had done a wire wrapped gear necklace tutorial. April, nom nom nom. Oh my gosh, this humidifier. Like, I don't know if y'all can see, but like, right there's my just blowing steam, and I'm like, oh yeah, got the Vicks. I'm actually gonna put a little bit, I made of my own blend of some more like basically liquefied Vicks. I can't wait till we're in our forever home, even if it's just a concrete freaking barn, because it's gonna have a radiant heat flooring, and I'm not gonna have to worry about this forced air winter bull crap. That, and it'll be in Tennessee, so we shouldn't see so much single digit weather.
You say that, but they're snowing right now.
Gross. Why? No, I feel like crap, Linda. Ooh, what are we having for dinner?
I don't know, man.
Let's have some more tuner helper.
Again?
Twice in the same day. We can put a log of beef out and have beef helper.
Thing of beef out?
Yeah. Beefy help. Randy made breakfast this morning.
Ready to fight.
I know, we usually only eat tuna helper if we've been fighting. Which, to be fair, we have been preparing for taxes, and I've been horribly snarly.
You have.
So, excuse me. So yeah, we can have some tuna helper. Again. So, for the base of this, eat some raw garlic. It'll make you feel better. It always gives me a sour stomach when I do that, Heather. So I'm not going to do it until after the live stream. Taxes would make anyone snarly, right, Aaron? Oh, I've missed you terribly. We think of you often, by the way. So here I have 20 gauge wire. And then I'm using 18 gauge as well. I just prefer the 20 gauge for holding on to the ear. And I've done 10 wraps in the middle.
She likes holding on to the ear.
Yeah. Oh, Sam knows. And then and I'm wrapping with a 28 gauge wire. I was using 26, but boy, my fingies hurt. Chili and potato salad. What? Iris, that sounds so good. Oh, Sabea says, oof, did my taxes today. Yeah, we're still waiting on a few more forms to come in before we can actually file, but we're just redouble checking all of our expenses, and nothing will make me a pee pee poo poo like pissy pants, like seeing how much money I've spent, and then I'm just like, why do I eat so much? Why did I have to get new pants? Like, it's like because I kept eating and now I need new pants. And so, sweet, patient, wonderful Randy is like, he took over doing all of the expense tracking, and even he was like, okay, we need to slow down on buying groceries. Like, why have we bought groceries every day for like
I get it, Maddie was here and whatnot,
yeah,
but we spent Walmart transactions every day.
I know. Well, it's they bring it to the house now, and then they charge the tips for the driver like the following day or two.
Are you done with these?
Yes, sir. Thank you. And so Randy was just like, okay, we need to work on this.
New goal.
New goal. Yep.
Stop spending money.
Yep. So today I think was a no spend day.
I don't know.
At least I didn't buy anything off of Amazon or Walmart. 3, 4, 5.
Now I'm standing for oh yes.
And Missy says I do the fulfillment part for Walmart. Giggle. Well, we always make sure to tip our driver because Lord knows I don't want to do it. That's why I'm paying somebody else to. But it's cheaper to pay to have someone deliver it and tip the driver than it is for me to actually go in the store, because it stops me from getting impulse stuff. Thank you, Jennifer. I'll try that. Aaron says, LOL, no spent days is a hecking goal. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Enchanted Studios says we take a no spend once a month. Oof. Like a day or the whole month? Because I think I could do a day without spending money. Hey, stop making that noise.
You just walk in and all I hear is, I think I can spend a day without spending money.
Well, it's the thing is we can't go a whole month because it's like
no,
we'd have to buy boxes and stuff for shipping, and but I think for personal stuff, I could go a whole month
without spending money where?
On Amazon.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know. Because I totally need more of those candles, Randy.
No, you don't.
Showbiz do. See, and that's what we can fight about is my candle expenditures. Well, it'll justify the tuna helper.
Well, I said beef. So
beef, okay.
Beef helper.
We got beef. One day in that month. Right on. A heat wave, right, Wayne? We're driving. We surely appreciate the tips, especially since gas is so pricey now, right? Oh, Linda says, I really want to know what tuna helper is. It's hamburger helper, but
instead of hamburger, it's tuna.
Instead of having you add ground beef, they just have you add like canned tuna. 2 cans of tuna. That's all you did?
No,
Sometimes.
I did 4.
Okay, they say just 2 cans of tuna, but we add 4 cans. Well, it's not just a fat thing. It's I want it to be more than just carbs. So we double the protein amount. But 1 box will get us 2 meals for 2 people. So if we have like salad or vegetables with it. This morning we were just lazy.
Hey, I cooked it.
Oh, I was lazy because I have salad ready in the fridge. All I have to do is sauce it. Really? Here, let me finish this and then I'll set that up. Okay. Or do you want me to go ahead and start setting this up?
I don't know.
Could you grab the case of BBs?
Yes.
Cool, thank you. Lobster helper? What? There's a such thing as lobster helper? Randy goes, it's expensive. Protein with carbs help you break down the carbs slower. That's what our hope is, Erin. But also, I was also like, where's the crackers? I need crackers on my carbs. Oh, Jennifer says, I don't get the term helper. You don't have to add any seasoning. You just...
It's got a seasoning packet.
It's got a seasoning packet. It has everything pre-measured. It's just like, all right, lazy, add some water and butter, and then boil it for 20
A
minutes.
little bit of milk.
And a little bit of milk. Right on. Kelly says I can't eat carbs, so I got to think of something. Right on. Yes.
I don't see any glow in the dark ones.
They're right there. Sorry, I'd moved them. It's been like 3 years since we've made this bracelet.
Not true.
When was the last time we made it?
Well, I know for a fact we sold some of them over the auction.
Last year.
This year.
We didn't have any of those, did we? That was last year's auction.
Pretty sure.
Hmm.
Can I help you, Sir Sam? It's like, well, I know you've got a lot of rings procured.
Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 5 on that one. And so I'm going to split the wires now. How do you find your spots to set up your table to sell your goods? Hey, Chris. We, whether it's a craft show or a convention or an art fair, I'll usually search for. No, we haven't had any auctions this year, Elisha. Like we'll just find like the name of an event, like here in Carthage. I'm having trouble focusing. Do you need to be?
Yes, offering it to Sam.
Okay, he doesn't. He'll eat those, and he
No,
shouldn't.
he won't.
Will he not? Don't feed him.
He seems very upset by them.
Sam, I'd be upset too. He just wants to destroy the rings. Here in Carthage, every fall they have an event called the Maple Leaf Festival. So to sign up for that, I go to the Carthage Chamber of Commerce and you fill out the application for being a vendor at the event. Usually any sort of event, whether it's a sci-fi or anime convention or a craft show or anything like that, it's going to have a place on their website where you can sign up to be a vendor. And typically to find vending events, I just search craft shows in Nashville, Tennessee, or craft shows in Huntsville, Alabama, or like just look at what radius you want to travel to. And then just start Googling towns in that area. And then from there you can, there's so many sounds and stuff happening. I gotta go get my earplugs. Y'all are freaking me out. I love you being here.
It's just now settled in.
Because, okay, I gotta show you guys. Sam and Z will lose their freaking minds if they don't have their chew bones, and Sam needs his chair so that he can sit and hang out with us. So, okay, now that everybody's sitting down. But yeah, once you're at the events, you can network with other vendors, like just chatting with them. Usually folks, we all like talking shop, I think. And then I've got 5 more wraps on either end. Hey, right on, Pro. I can't wait to, we're going to have to see if we can meet up before Anime St. Louis, but it seems like every time we try, something comes up. So I see flyers in a couple of Facebook groups to find events. Right on. Yeah, there's all sorts of different ways to find vending events and things like that. And then honestly, once we started, because we had been doing conventions full time for 11 years, or vending events rather, 30 to 35 events per year from 2008 until 2019. So in a lot of those years, we might try, like after the first 3 or 4 years, we kind of just did the same show lineup every year with maybe 1 or 2 new ones swapped out.
Yeah.
So it's a buttload of work at the beginning to find events.
Days when they had a weekend and they kept it.
Yes. Well, c'est la vie.
C'est la vie.
So I've done a little snip. I made that one smaller than I wanted to. I usually use the long part of my finger, but this time I did the wide part of my finger. I was wondering if you make hair sticks for your shows. We did for a while, I think I needed a better way of displaying them or to be wearing them more visibly in my hair. Well, because I put some in my hair, but I had so much stuff in my hair.
I know.
Here, I'm gonna set this off to the. Can I finish this and then? Okay. I'm so grumpy. I'm so sorry, Randy. You don't deserve because he's just over there like playing with the tweezers, and I'm like, why are you gonna be making that noise?
Ooh, I can feel the helper coming.
I know. Oh yeah. What do you call it? It was something that we noticed was like, oh, we had Tuna Helper and then we fought. Like, and it's Randy and I don't really like. I think most people would be like, you call that fighting? Oh no, I totally screwed that up. Oh well, it'll be fine.
There's a golden rule: we don't eat tuna helper in December.
Do we not?
No, we're so stressed about everything else.
Yeah. Okay, so let me grab. You had me all distracted with the Tuna Helper. And it'll just be, I think it's more coincidental than cause, like correlation as opposed to causation. Because it's like usually if I'm getting ultra ornery and Randy's patience isn't holding up the way it usually does, um, it's because we've had a super long, stressful, tiring day. And so that's usually when we turn to the Tuna Helper.
Stands over kid stands and kid stands no more.
Mm-hmm. So normally I do this part and then do the spirals, but I got a little turn around, so no, I just haven't made the other one yet. But Randy's waiting on me to weave this bracelet so he can have the
that's fine.
work surface again.
What am I gonna work on now?
Probably just more of those bracelets.
How about now?
Well, it is a new week and we have not. I don't think we've met our production numbers for this week, have we?
I did that on Tuesday.
What day is it?
It is Friday.
Oh,
Where's
good.
Livestream?
Oh yeah.
You asked what I wanted to remember on Tuesday, and I said I want to remember that we don't have to meet our weekly quota on
Weekly quota.
Quota on Tuesday.
Well, what are we gonna make now, Randy?
I don't know.
I guess we could make some necklaces.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to work on some Celtic stars for?
Yeah.
He just grunts at me. He's like, I don't want to nothing. I want to go play video games or relax or something.
I ain't played video games this year.
You haven't. You browsed through them on your Switch the other night.
I did. Nothing looked good.
Hmm.
And I was too tired to get into a good game.
Yeah. I think we're officially grown-ups. Because we'll just sit there and be tired and not do any of the things that we like doing.
I contemplated downloading Solitaire.
On the Switch?
Yeah.
If you want, but I think that technically does make you actually
Maybe.
officially a member of your family because everybody in your family plays Solitaire.
That's because nobody likes to play together.
I know. Like, they're so antisocial. They'll all sit on the couch together playing Solitaire on their phones. And it's like, we could, perhaps, play a card game together. And they're like, nah, I don't feel like it.
Oh, these two.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, so the pair will end up looking like this. And then, so this one will have a pair. I just haven't gotten around to it. So, yeah. Well, it's like even we're trying to like figure out some sort of work-life balance, but we're so tired by the end of the day that we'll just sit there and like stare at the wall and be like, okay, let's go to bed.
It's not true. We started watching shows.
We did that while working though.
Yeah. It's true. We listen to books.
We do that while working as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Any tips for skincare / hand creams? Wire wrapping has been making my thumbs and index fingers crack on the tips. Does that ever stop? Well, but the calluses can still have a tendency to crack and stuff. I use vitamin E oil mixed with jojoba oil on my hands and face. Like basically anywhere that the skin or the wind and sun touch my skin, I do the vitamin E oil and jojoba oil twice a day, in the morning and the evening. And then I also use Kelly Noble has she has the Boo Boo cream, but it's the other one that I use a whole lot. I just like the smell of it a little bit better than the Boo Boo cream, and it soaks in a little faster. I use the Boo Boo cream on my elbows, and that's been working really well. Kelly Noble, are you still here? Can you hook everybody up with your
Kelly, can you hear us?
Kelly, can you hear me? Okay, I gotta scooch the tripod again. Hamsters, I heard my name. What's the 2 kinds of creams that you sent me? There's the Boo Boo cream and then the other one. Oh, gotcha, Anna. No. Smooch, yes. Anna, the really good thing about inventory is if you're making it right now, it doesn't go bad. Even if you don't have people buying your stuff right now, you're still preparing yourself for being successful in the future. It's like planting money seeds. And not a whole lot of folks like tying monetary investment up into inventory and then not having it liquidated rapidly, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And so nowadays we just make inventory and hope. Basically is kind of all we can do. Okay, so I haven't made this weave in probably a million years. Missy. So these are 18 gauge 1/4 inch rings that Randy has set up for me. He set up 40 of them.
I don't think it will take 40 to do the bracelet.
Yeah, but thanks, Debbie. Right, Anna? And then these are 18 gauge 1/8 inch that I'm binding the ends off with. And I'm going to use 2 hooked through, and then I'm going to reduce that down to 1. And that's what I'll be attaching the clasp with. And I like to do the clasp end first. I'm all nervous that I'm going to like drop something into these rings that Randy has so effectively set up all nice rows. He even kept the dog from running his tail through it. Okay.
I guess I could do square bracelets.
Oh, the square stretchy? If and you want. You've bulked us up on, you could do rainbow.
Like I said, I can do
well,
square.
We don't have all the colors for that, do we?
For what?
Rainbow.
Not really.
Okay, we'll have to do a ring word order once they restock. Iris's money seeds seems really fitting. Okay, so...
No, it's not so much no free dog hair, it's he'll swipe his tail through it. And, well, then it's just anyone's game.
Well, son of a bisquick, how do we do this? I think it was Owl that said, happy birthday, Comatose. There we go. We have a tutorial for this, but that doesn't mean that I still know how to do it, because it has been, even if we sold one in 2021's auctions, I don't think we've made any since 2019.
Yeah, no, that's accurate.
Okay, so just folding that over. Same kit. And these actually sell really well, especially once people find out that the BBs glow in the dark.
They are zombie tracer rounds.
Jennifer says, I can create all day long, but then I gotta find somewhere to store it. That is the struggle And we actually, over here on top of this bookcase, we have tackle boxes. They're Plano brand. We got like Academy or Gander Mountain back when that was still a thing. Walmart. Just wherever we can find them for the cheapest. I'm gonna unplug it for a sec. But yeah, you can see we've got 3 of them. Where'd our 4th one go? What the hell? Where am I? Maybe it's just the 3. Yeah, I think we broke.
Yeah, it destroyed
The 4th
itself. The dragon.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So, we used to have 4. We just have 3, and right now we really are only filling up those 2. And so, ooh, I almost dragged the cord through the rings. Wendy, I can't be twisted. Oh, where's Tracy? I need an adult here, adult. Oh my god. One. Has anyone ever done any wraps resembling the playing card whips? Ooh, I haven't, and I don't think I've seen anybody, but that doesn't mean that it hasn't been done. Like, honest to goodness, when it comes to crafting, I just presume it's already been done a bunch, but that is no reason at all to not do it again. So there's something that can go sideways when you're weaving. The rings don't always lay where they should. I always want to make sure that my newest rings are on the outsides of the older ones. And we do have a tutorial for this. It's called a captive bead chainmail bracelet. And it's if you can weave full Persian 6-in-1, you can do this one. It's actually the same exact rings and everything.
Yes, they are holeless beads.
Yeah, these are 6mm tracer rounds for airsoft BB guns.
I believe they're actually zombie rounds.
Zombie rounds is what they call them.
Oh, I can't remember. Probably not.
Oh, ProPool says, how much for bracelet? Will you have any of these on your website? I think we typically sell these for like $20. Al, right on, Al. And until Anime St. Louis, at least, we probably won't be listing any jewelry up on our website. Excuse me. Just because we're trying to get the base inventory up. Once we've gotten our base inventory made, we may start posting jewelry to the website as well. But I just desperately need to make sure that we have enough for the conventions first. Because it's like, if we're going to pay, the Anime St. Louis is super reasonably priced for booth space, but DragonCon can be an arm and a leg, but not every convention is DragonCon. Like, and also we get 2 booths plus electricity plus, like, it's just DragonCon itself just to exist there is expensive for us because, like, parking and
I think electrical hookup is like 400.
I don't even know. I think it's just a hundo.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much of the pricing might have been grandfathered in. Like, so I don't know. So nobody quote me on anything. But if we're going to pay because even it's become normal. Used to, we could get a 6-foot table for $80 at a convention and make some decent money. And now, same convention, same table space is like $300 for, if we're lucky, to make the same amount of sales. But a lot of the conventions, we just expect to pay about $500 for a table for like a 10 by 10. And sorry, I'm breathing in some of this humidifier air. It's nice. I want to make sure that we have enough inventory to be able to go and do that and be able to make a good return, because you can only sell what you have. You know, if you only have $500 worth of jewelry, excuse me, or $500 worth of inventory made, then, I mean, because even at our best shows, we've only moved a third of our inventory. So it's, uh, yeah, the more we can have made, the better prepared we'll be. Ooh. Oh, wow. I'll have to check that out, Kit. Kit says there are some smaller BBs that are copper coated and they fit into a 19 gauge 3/16 rings. I think that's the right size. I do them with silver and gold colored aluminum rings. Right on. Well, these are 18 gauge 1/4 inch. That's 18 gauge standard wire gauge, and 1/4 inch inner diameter. Oh, thanks, Heather. I'm pretty convinced that it's just a creativity is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So it's most people don't start out like it's like the meme with the brain glowing for like being like woke kind of stuff, or like enlightened, I guess is the term. And it's not everybody starts with their creativity, you know, floodgates full throttle open. Sometimes you have to ease your way into it. This is the info on the tutorial. I don't know. I'm still recovering from a couple years ago. We had gone through and fudged up just about all of our tutorial descriptions because I tried to update them. My bad. I'm gonna scooch this so that maybe I'm actually in frame. Well, I just got the BBs from like Academy or Amazon. Walmart has them, Randy says. Though I think you can get bigger packages online for like a better better cost. Because we also used to make chainmail hacky sacks and juggling balls filled with these airsoft BBs. Just because it's fun.
Oh wow.
What's up?
I think I still remember how to make the hackies.
Yeah?
8, 16, 20, 20, 24, 24.
I think you're right. You know, I'm trying to learn how to juggle. That might be a better thing to use than golf balls.
You want me to make you some juggling balls?
Maybe. That might be a fun 19-year anniversary present.
What you get?
Is it? No, because we started dating in 2005. My balls? Really? You can't just spring that crap on me, babe. Aw. That'd be really nice. Oh, we don't, Prove. That'd be a pretty cool one to do. Darling, don't be afraid. I am so... Ooh, Laura says, have you made chainmail pot scrubbers? I haven't. I buy them on Amazon because I cannot make them for as cheap as what you can get them on Amazon. It was like $7 for like a square the size of this of just woven stainless steel jump rings, and I was like, I don't know how they do that. Yeah, probably machine. Ooh, have you done many shark teeth wraps? My aunt just got back from Florida and has a bunch for me to craft with. Not for a while, we haven't. But they are fun to do. So that's, how many units was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Randy, it looks like 11 inches gets or 11 units gets us 4 inches.
Okay, so you might actually have enough for...
I almost have enough for 2 bracelets here, I think. Well, I didn't realize. But yeah, apparently all I want for our anniversary is some balls. Some juggling balls.
I made them myself.
Lynn, these are airsoft BBs. So they're like acrylic or plastic of some sort. Now you can use just regular drilled 6mm beads, but it always feels like the holes are like so super visible. Hey Penny, we've been on for about an hour and 10, but we'll still be for until 7 at least. My throat's holding up pretty well. Like my cough hasn't been too bad.
Sometimes it's a brush of dehumidifier.
I know, actually, that's been helping. I just got tired of carrying it up and down the stairs. So, thank you, Randy. I don't know what I'd shrivel and die without you, I'm pretty sure. Like, literally. Because I'm too lazy to carry my humidifier. Do what? What are you muttering over? Okay. Will you tell me later?
Sure.
Okay.
When you're older.
Okay. Oh, I have, Penny. It's just been a nuisance more than anything. The dry air of having the heaters going got to me. It is, Laura. I'm learning how to play that on the guitar. It's horrible, but fun.
Guitar.
On the guitar. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. They are. They glow in the dark, and it's glorious. We could always order more.
Mine just may not glow in the dark.
I need my balls to glow in the dark, Randy. Otherwise, what's the point?
You're right. What was I thinking?
Yes. Oh, I'm sitting on top of a humidifier right now. Boom. We'll have the little boots. And it has been helping tremendously. It just makes me feel soggy. Like, my pants are wet. Like, Randy.
What?
I'm soggy. Can you bring me a blankie?
No.
But my feet are cold.
You're gonna put mustard in your blanket.
Okay, that's fair. Don't be afraid. So when we're making jewelry for in our booth, I tend to try to make it to about a 7.5 with an inch of extender chain. And then if anybody wants something like custom done, ooh, you can. That's a really good idea. Because then the string would just kind of sit. Mm-hmm. Disrespect. She needs, Sabaya, this is the disrespect, Randy. She needs a blankie. Stop. No, I'll be fine.
The blankie is asleep. So.
The blankie is, is Ember on the pile of blankies again?
No. Sam is, he's awake now, so isn't he?
Yeah.
Eat.
Uh-oh. There it is.
How much more you got on the bracelet?
I don't know. I'm going to put this link on and then see. Literally one, maybe, yeah, I'm going to do like...
Oh, well then you've got over enough to do 2.
Yes.
Oh. Never mind then. I take back my kind word. I was going to offer you to swap me bracelets, but no.
Ooh. Oh, I understand. Square rings. I thought you were gonna do the square.
No, that's way too many rings.
Well, I understand now. Darling, don't be afraid. Oh, geez, Lisa. Wayne. Randy Wayne says to dip your balls in Tide.
Tide?
Yeah, because it glows. Remember whenever I sprayed it all over the ceiling? For my
What?
one-person blacklight parties?
Tide.
Yeah, like the powdered stuff. You mix up a paste and it fluoresces.
The laundry detergent.
I'm pretty sure.
Is that the Tide you're talking about?
Yeah, not the pods. I don't know. Do they glow? Do Tide pods glow? Smiley. Block. There we go. Darling, darling.
That's Smiley.
Wendy,
What?
you're supposed to be moderating.
Woman.
Wendy.
You were like, hey, sitting here with me today. It don't matter. It's just...
Oh, did I say to not moderate?
Yes.
Okay. Well, my
By the
bad.
way, Smiley's still here.
Are you No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He just said, da.
No, it looks pretty good.
Okay, don't believe me. That's fine.
And what's the comment after that one?
The Wonder Box. And then they just said, dot. And then, dot. Dot. I mean, it's right here if you don't believe me.
Well, am I logged into the... I'm logged into the wrong account. Randy, I'm not a moderator on my own channel. Can you help me? Please.
I don't know nothing about no apples.
What? Because I've just been blocking people from the monster vlog. Oh, Smiley, you're blocked now. Sorry, I'm dumb. There we go. Oh, it is Lynn.
Nope, they're still
He's
here.
still Smile. Why am I so... Oh, it's because I'm just removing.
I guess you could.
There we
just
go.
do
I
it
figured out how to do it.
on your phone.
No.
You know, the one that you're logged into.
Did I finally figure out how to block trolls? There we go. I think I did. Wow. So have all of the trolls just been sitting in here commenting? All 2 of them. We are rich in trolls. It's so hard being dumb all the time, you guys.
Don't block me. I'm sorry. I behave.
Pro, I couldn't.
Disrespect.
Pro, I couldn't block you if I wanted to. I don't know how. Apparently.
It's Attack of the Smiley.
So for the finishing off the ends, I like to use the 18 gauge 1/8 inch, and I use 2 of them. That way it takes up the same amount of space and holds it just as securely on the ends. Hey Galen, how's it going? What's up, my love? And then I do 18 gauge 3/16 for the extender. I'm so sorry I lost your other tweezers.
Good tweezers.
Your good tweezers.
The ones I've been keeping to myself for like 7 years.
Yeah, I don't know what I did with them. Sorry. You held on to them for a while, though.
Yes, I kept them for me forever.
For our anniversary, I'm gonna get you new tweezers,
Are
new
you?
bent nose tweezers.
Really?
For yeah.
You
Oh,
promise?
would that be? Would you like that?
I would very much like
Oh,
that.
thank God, because I have no idea what to get you for your anniversary. Okay, so to go through again. Beep. The bulk of the weave is 18 gauge 1/4 inch. The small rings that I use for finishing the ends are 18 gauge 1/8 inch. And the medium sized rings that I make the extender chain out of are 18 gauge 3/16. And I think I actually do need to add another link to this. So
I laughed, you laughed, the metaphor laughed.
So it looks like, Randy, that it's 18 units is a bracelet.
18?
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, the box full of rings, we get that on Amazon. It's the American chainmail aluminum sampler. If you go to any of our more recent chainmail tutorials, there should be links down in the video description, or you can visit our website, backtoearthcreations.com, to see our curated toolkit that should have links. And if nothing else, send us an email and we can send you links as well.
Let's see if that works.
What you doing, love? Hey, frog.
There you go.
Ah, thank you, Randy. Which we probably should do an updated toolkit for 2022.
Sure.
So there is one bracelet. Right on, Pi. Literally links. Oh, I'm so bad at putting on bracelets. But yeah, it's a bracelet. It goes on your wrist. It works, I promise.
Never breaks.
It broke. No, it's good. But yeah, it's the main thing is I just always want to make sure that the ends are snug enough that the beads aren't going to come out.
And then all of them come.
Well, I'd rather that happen now, but yeah, it holds up pretty good. So, thanks, Kat. Oh, I'm getting a stretch. Oh, okay. So now, yeah, wellness break.
Ooh, 47. That is cold for Florida.
Ooh, yeah.
Y'all getting a blizzard? It's just a bunch of Dairy Queens.
Does copper jewelry sell as well as silver toned? Can you give a brief explanation of the market and demand? What are you giggling at?
Nothing.
Honestly, whenever I'm making jewelry, I try to make like for every non-silver piece of jewelry, I try to make 2 silver. Silver just tends to sell better. It accessorizes well with a lot of stuff for folks, because it's like, if you think about you're selling at a craft show and there's a lot of like, this is gonna sound so terrible, at conventions we call them muggles, and it's like non-fandom folk who are like kind of
for reasons.
do what?
There.
Yeah, it's like the normies, like normal people who have like jobs and families and places that they live in, just normal non-carny folk, I guess, who would be getting like fancy jewelry from like K Jewelers or something like that. Most of their jewelry is either going to be silver or gold toned just because that's what the stuff that they sell at K Jewelers looks like. Though rose gold did become a lot more popular in the past decade, so copper jewelry accessorizes well with that. But it really depends entirely on your style, the way you market it, and the way you display it in your booth, too. Copper sells really well for us because we use Parawire, which has that non tarnish. And this piece that I have been wearing, not quite daily, but
At least once a week.
at least once a week. Oh, it's kind of gross. Okay, don't judge me too hard, you guys. But this is a piece that I've worn since 2010 when I made it, I think. Because we were still living in Tennessee at the time with Parawire. And we were in Elora. Elora the second time, I think.
Yeah.
Because we had Ember, and we didn't have Ember the first time we lived there.
That's true.
With Parawire, and I have very acidic skin, and you can see it's worn through just a little bit right there and right there, but it still does not leave a green spot on my skin. And I'm in no way like throwing stones or being judgy. It's just something that it's like I have dreadlocks and wear tie-dye, really loud tie-dye and pajama pants literally everywhere. Even when I show up for work at conventions, that's still what I'm wearing, usually with also elf ears and glue on like antlers or horns on my head. So yeah, Kit says in the SCA we call them the mundanes. Yeah, and it's just you folks who I'm not a Karn. I guess I'm a Muggle. No, you're a maker pro. Like you get this.
I'm eccentric.
Grrr. But no, it's just I don't know how to. There's no way to describe it without sounding like you're being hateful towards an entire group of people, and that is not the case at all. Because it's just folks who have to dress, who have to cosplay as normal people to go to work. Typically, they'll wear jewelry that looks corporate friendly. Is the best way I can think to put it. So, thanks, Laura. Oh, Kit says, what do you use for ventilation for your caustic crafts? I'll be setting my electroforming resin printer and laser engraver in the same room and need to be able to vent it. Okay, so I usually just use a box fan in the window of the painting room, but that's because it's closed off from the rest of the house. Over here, though, the most deadly stuff we have in the house is the heavy metal and glass vapor coming off of our torch. So we have an inline vent here that actually have a piece of insulation like magneted in. Nice patio. But I'll take you outside real quick. Oh, the SCA is the Society for Creative Anachronism. They do, in very, very layman terms, it's like Ren Fair, but much more historically accurate. Okay, don't judge me too much. Oh my god, it's so cold. Why is there crap all over my porch? Okay. Ow. So we're coming around the side of the house here. And this is the window. And this is the tube that's coming out to a muffler that then attaches, that's like a flange that brings it up the size. And that is an inline fan vent. And it moves over 1,000 cubic feet of air per minute. So it really sucks the air out of the room. And that keeps us from, all of that stuff is linked, by the way, in our, take that to the recycling center. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, that cold air. Huh? Oh, I stepped on the box and it made a glorious fart noise.
Sure.
Oh, honey, you'd know if it was my butt.
That's why we know you went
Who's
outside.
a good boy? I've never been polite enough to go outside to fart.
You didn't want to guess, Sam.
It's stuck. My pants are stuck on the chair, Randy. There we go. Thanks, Sam. Thanks for all your help, buddy. No snow right now. But that's what we do. Excuse me. For venting. Aaron.
Mhm.
I look so normal. You just said it perfectly. We have to cosplay as normal people for our jobs, and that's the best way to put it, because it's like no one's normal. There's no such thing. It's all just
The temperature change will get you coughing.
yeah. It's let me huff some hot steamy air. Ooh, where my Vicks at? Vapor rub.
Girl, I'm on my
I'll be right back, you guys. Randy, why you gotta be hassling me? Don't hassle me. I'm pathetic.
Oh, okay.
What?
And I said of your rings.
Yes, you did. And would you like recognized? Is that why you're poking fun at me?
No.
Because you
fine.
always do. So awesome.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just ignore the man weaving in the background.
Weaving furiously. Sorry, I'm just rubbing on this.
Hey, now for the vapor rub intermission.
Vapo break. Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
Vicks if you got it.
Vicks if you got it. Oh, Sabea. Oh. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, Aaron. Historically accurate Ren Fair LARP equals SCA. Indeed. Ross. I have comatose. That's actually, I've got super thick socks on right now, and my feet are all greasy with Vapo Rub.
You get in bed and you're like, yeah, let me touch you with my feet.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are they cold and wet? And slippery.
My little grease feet. What's it called? The pen stop on the side of your cheek. That's Sheila, that's a really great tip, and that's what I've been doing. Except for I'm not going to do ASMR Von sucking on a cough drop noises for you guys. Yeah, because it's horrible. Can I help you, Andy? He just over here making this god awful noise. Stop. I'll go beat you with a stick, my love.
Ebola.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
What up, babe?
The Star Walk app is like, hey, there's something going on in the sky tonight. And I'm like, isn't that nice? It's cold.
Sabay says it didn't matter what I was sick with. My grandma would rub us down in Vicks and bundle us up. Yeah.
I mean, it's a cure-all.
Spraying some Windex? Like, for breathing?
I don't think you're supposed to drink the Windex.
Kit says, SCA is great to attend, but I don't get my biggest sales from them. It's fun watching the fighting and participating in the contests, though. That's very similar to the experience that Randy and I have had, Kit. That it's a lot of the folks with the SCA are very crafty themselves. So we have a better time selling materials in kits and things like that to the SCA folk. Though so much of what Randy and I do now is so far off from historical accuracy. But they are a really fun group of people to just hang out with. Ooh. Ah, I got you, Connie. Ooh, right on, Penny. Okay, so starting this up again. Starting with the clasp. What's up, babe?
Onion slices on the bottom of your feet, inside the socks. Sleep like that. And I'm like, Sam's going to eat your socks.
He would. Sam loves raw onions, and he's very not supposed to have them. So, okay. And close. This is how we get that bead captive started. is we have 2 closed rings on 1 open. We close it and then we add another open through the 2 and close that so that we have a little segment of just 2 hooked onto 2. And now we're gonna yes. Yeah, that's the least fun part about vending at an SCA is it can not everyone knows when their enthusiasm for historical accuracy crosses the line from enthusiasm to just being pedantic.
Oh, what was that fella's name?
Douchebag chainmail guy?
No.
Oh.
The shield vendor.
Oh, I don't remember his name. But yeah. Oh, okay. So there was a feller that we ran into. We crossed paths at a convention. And
It was the Ren Fair. The Alabama Ren Fair.
We saw him again there. But we had met him first at MCFC.
Really?
Because he was out in the foyer area when they were in the days in.
Yeah.
Like the first or second year.
Oh,
and
man.
his whole thing is he makes and sells swords and shields for like little kids.
Like tiny wee children.
Like wee bitty. Like 3 and up. And so it's not, Ren Fair or SCA reenactment swords and shields. It's for a child. Like it's and it was just so nice to talk shop with him about he's like people will come through and
it was we were talking to him at the Ren Fair.
Yeah, the Alabama Ren Fair. Because we had met him in Memphis like a year prior, but he recognized us.
Yeah.
And so we chatted. He chatted a little bit more openly at the Alabama Ren Fair. What was it that he said? Like, I think you remember more of that conversation than I do.
Trying to think of a family-friendly way to say it. Basically, an SCAer had stopped by his booth and went on for about 45 minutes about how historically inaccurate his shields are. And that the shields of the time would be using these materials in this pattern. And he let him talk for 45 minutes until he was like, yeah, I just couldn't. So I pulled him aside and was like, thank you so much for all of your info. That will in no way ever impact a sell I make.
Yeah. But
I
it's
sell
just
to children.
Yeah. And but I get it because like I mean if somebody gets me like started up on like ethnobotany and stuff and things like that, but it's like it's again it's as someone who's enthusiastic about things, I always have to remind myself that the person in the booth is trapped in their booth.
Yep.
And because of just good customer like interaction is typically not going to be rude to me, so I need to not be going full throttle enthusiasm all over them. Hey Joe, how's it going? Sorry, I don't mean to cough in your ear. Kelly, the 6mm BB size works well for the 18 gauge 1/4 inch inner diameter rings that we're using. And again, that is 18 gauge in standard wire gauge. So if you're coiling your own out of like parawire or something, you would be using the 16 gauge parawire because that's American wire gauge.
Yes, dingus. That's a good word for it.
The dingus, yeah.
But yeah, he was kind of worked up and he said things that would make a sailor blush.
Yeah, well, I mean, he just had 45 minutes of his time wasted.
Oh, yeah.
Right on. Anna says, I've had 6mm beads fall out of my bracelets. I've found that if they're drilled beads, they tend to actually be smaller than the BBs.
Hey Z, I know you just woke up, buddy, but there's no need to bark.
But he woke up being a dog.
I don't know.
It's rough. Right on, Star. I don't know what the EMP is. Hey, Brenda. I've been missing it too. It's so nice to get to craft with you guys. Russ. 20 gauge 1/4 inch. Those can be really nice for adding dagger beads to like as a fringe to like earrings or something. But it's a pretty thin and large inner diameter for a ring. Maybe double or tripling up on them to do like the outer rings of like a shaggy loop. The hunger is hitting me. Empire of Medieval Pursuits. This is the first I've ever heard of that. Is that like a LARP or something of the sort? Because I tell y'all what, I am hankering to go to a fairy festival or something. Jennifer says you could use either 26 or 28 gauge wire through the drilled beads to keep them in the link. You could. I don't know if I would recommend just regular wire for that. I would use like a beading wire, something that has a little bit more flexibility.
There is that one fella who was agitated that people were wearing elf ears at the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah. Yeah. And somehow by wearing elf ears was like an invitation for him to come us and tell us, because we weren't even vending it. We were just attending. Or was it when we were vending too?
It was when we were vending.
Okay. Because we had somebody at a Ren fair that we were just attending. He was like, "That's not historically accurate." And I was like, "I'm sorry that you hate fun." Yeah, Tiger Tail or AccuFlex are very, very good. I like those. I bent the crap out of this ring. Let's see if I can get it.
You've got extras. Just replace it.
Okay. Can you grab me a fresh one?
Just off of the thing. You're gonna have like 6 extra, right?
That's true, yeah. Yeah, right, Pro? Laura, that's a really good tip. She says it's good to use a caliper for beads when doing a captive bracelet. Yeah, because especially if they're hand cut beads too, some of them might be a true 6 millimeter, some of them might be like a 5.5 millimeter, some of them might be a 4.5. So, really, really good tip. Do they sell gemstone beads without holes? I think so. I've not been able to find them as reliably as what I can find the BBs.
I mean, it's been years, but they used to sell them in Fire Mountain.
They did. I've been able to find half drilled for like mounting onto specific styles of like earring backs and stuff. Lend me your ears. I'm gonna weave this bracelet and then I'm gonna hand the tile back to you because I need to finish that other ear cuff.
Okay.
The steampunk one.
Yeah. Alright, I'll increase my speed.
No, baby, you're fine.
And get done with this bracelet. So that there's room for the tile.
Laura says, you guys should organize a fairy fair. We'll see. Like, we're kind of...
It's closer to you.
Okay, give me just a sec. It would be really cool to do that. We're kind of trying to ease ourselves back into existing outside of the house.
I gotta tell you, we went for a drive for Christmas to go see family. And it's like people have been locked in their house for a year. Like, nobody knows how to drive anymore.
Driving's been going crazy. They're hard to find and usually find them under gemstone spheres. Right on, Wayne.
But the amount of people just like lazily drifting into lanes is...
Yeah. off-putting.
Yeah.
Inspires me to stay at home.
Yeah.
Whoo, my neck is so cold because the steam hits it. And from the menthol.
Oh, you mean from the Vicks?
Yeah. Bye, Michelle. Thanks for hanging out. Or is it Michelle or Debbie that's leaving? Who's leaving? Bye, Debbie.
Which one is leaving?
Sorry. I confuse easily.
Who said you could leave?
Oh, they were 6-inch fawn ears. I don't think... I mean, I'd love to have ears that big, honestly. Of all the plastic surgery I'd probably ever get, it would be to have big ol' derpy elf ears. Because I don't just want tips. I want big ears. I got a big head. I need big ears.
Not everything I craft I learned from Vaughn. She's a pretty good teacher.
Ooh. 6mm fake pearls without holes. That's really sweet, Randy. Oh, Michelle says, is there anything that your husband does in the craft that you don't know how to do and vice versa? No, Randy was never particularly crafty oriented when we got together. Do you think that's an accurate? Like, you had sculpted a little bit in the art classes, but your art teacher ensured that you didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, Jennifer. But he takes to it really well, and he does a very good job. He's very detail focused, and he has pride in his work, so we always make sure. Like, I actually think he weaves better chainmail than I do. Ooh, old antique marbles would be really cool to use.
We found some old antique marbles in Tennessee back when we lived there.
Yeah, and that antique shop that just had barrels of marbles.
Yep. And they were like weird shaped marbles.
Yeah. Like, I think the store had gotten, like, bulk discount on the duds from a marble factory. Because they were all so weirdly shaped. But it was such pretty colors. And the price was right. I think that shop has closed down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when we were driving through. Last we were in that neck of the woods. Okay, this is our last link on this bracelet. Bye, Lisa. Have a great rest of your night. Hey, Kara. Oh, thank you. Jennifer says, had a knock on my door this evening from a policeman who'd been asked to see if I was all right, as they hadn't seen me about, for ages. Well, that's nice. Like, nice that they checked.
What's the day doing?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Brooke says, I wonder if you could melt glass marbles in a kiln. Maybe hard to figure out COE, though. Well, as long as you just kept that glass to itself. On small pieces like that, I've found I don't have to worry as much about cooling it, annealing it to, like, exact specifications. Like, between the 90 and the 96 and the 104 COEs that I use so much.
Yeah.
But I bet we could make little puddles out of them.
Possibly.
That'd be pretty neat, actually, if we could get the antique ones with the swirls in them. Because it's probably either a 104 or a 30 or whatever the borosilicate glass is.
I was thinking probably borosilicate. That way it doesn't break.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I was actually going to be experimenting with melting down those 7-day candle jars.
Oh?
Yeah, just to see if I could make some...
Wait, didn't you want to smash them first? Or?
Yeah, we'd smash it and then...
Just a jar.
We'd clean all the wax and stuff out and all the soot and then smash them and just melt it down into like a sheet of clear and then chunk that into making our own clear cabs out of candle jars, because they don't take them at the recycling center for like painting dragon eyes on.
Yeah. Possibly. This sounds like a lot of work.
It does, but it'd be cool, especially for doing the really big dragon eyes.
Yeah, okay. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah, what you need?
That ring. When I dropped.
Oh, Randy, I completely forgot. Thank you for reminding me.
Man, I've almost caught up to its spot in the
Oh,
weave
honey?
minutes ago.
I don't think this one's long enough. I mean, it is, I guess. Okay. It just looked very small.
It did.
Wee bitty. I wouldn't mind on the next ones if you made them just a little longer, because it's likely we'll be carrying the square rings with us.
Yeah.
So it'll be easier to shorten them.
Okay. Well, I can make that longer.
Are you good? Right on. Ooh, Kay asks, I have a kiln question. What size is your bad boy? He is a 16-inch square bed, and I think he's like 10 inches deep in the clamshell. It's the Paragon CS16S is the model, so you can search that and see like the specifications. Hey, Katie says, do you do polymer clay lives too? We do. And likely we will be in future weeks. It's just the live streams currently are mostly, we're just prepping for vending events. So it's whatever we're working on today or this week is what we'll be working on in the live streams. So we're doing some, we started with some wire wrapping. We're doing some chainmail now. As soon as I finish this up, I'll be going back to doing wire wrapping. Kelly, an idea. If I had 20 gauge 1/4 inch rings that I feel like are garbage, I would actually use them for in polymer clay pieces. So like, let's say if I were taking like a crystal like this or something and putting polymer clay on the end of it, I would use those jump rings to put a ring into each shoulder. I might be able to like double or triple them up, but just embed them into the clay. In that way, I could have something to hang the crystal off of with the clay. So that's something that, or even embedding them into resin, because you can put the closed side into the resin, is an idea. I'd do that one a unit larger as well.
Really?
Well, again, it's snug on me.
Okay.
And now I've got thicker wrists than what I used to, but it'll be easier to make them smaller than to make them bigger when we're in the booth. And that way we don't have to bring all the materials with us. Ooh, Erin says, still do leatherworking? I do. I actually just finished one of our custom projects that it had been taking me like a million years. And our customers are the best customers who are so patient and just putting up with my... When I drop the ball, man, y'all are really there for me. But yeah,
When I drop the ball, I spike it.
Yeah, when I drop the ball, I spike it directly into the ground. So there's that one. It's 2 bracelets. Soon, and actually have a tutorial on making planner covers. The kit that we have is this one. All of that info, if you put it into Amazon, you'll find it. Oh, I gotta go put the meat out to defrost.
I already did.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, hot dog. Well, I'm still gonna go to the
Well,
bathroom though.
beef.
That's what I was gonna use as the excuse to go.
Oh, yeah.
But thanks. I'll go do that anyways.
No problem.
Yep. Anytime, baby.
Oh, actually, to answer someone's question from before about if there's something I do that Vaughn doesn't do, I can totally show you right now. When making Byzantine stretchy bracelets, I need to empty my hands. Okay. I do them slightly different than Vaughn does. This is just about 8 inches. But the way I do it is I fold the rings back and I have these little bunny ears. And that apparently drives her crazy because she doesn't understand it. But it's super easy. Instead of just having your 2-2 chain, you flip your rings over, you split them, and you pull these guys through. You hook it through. And then you make sure there's not a twist in it. And make sure it's all... There we go. And then you just hook it through. And then when you're done, you just fold the metal rings back down. And yeah, I was way off camera. And you can't even tell where one began and the other ended. So try that one on, see if it's a good size.
Thank you, beautiful man who lives in the house. Oh yeah, that's much better.
Much better?
Thank you, baby.
Okay. I'm going to add 2 units to this one.
He does so good, you guys. I'm so proud of him. Stephanie says more Randy tutorials. Randy, will you do a tutorial on it, there, guys?
Actually, yeah, I probably could.
Yeah.
Right on time for us to leave.
No, I'm gonna stick around until I'm done with this other ear
Oh,
cuff.
okay.
You're not gonna get out of work that easy, since we're not doing the after party.
There.
I'll try to get them to you guys. Oh, just breathing in this humidifier air. It's so good. Ooh, chapstick.
Yeah, everything is really warm and moist over there.
I know. I'm a soggy Vaughn. I'm a soggy bottom Vaughn.
It's like I had to move those rings and I almost dropped them and everything I was holding. And I was like, I need to empty my hands.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I lost the bottom to that.
Huh?
I don't know where the rest of that jar went.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave that right there. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Cool beans. Okay, let me see if I can get this freaking tripod out of my face. Yep, constant star. I'm so glad you get me, Aaron.
Alright. How's that? Or do I need to add more?
Yes, that's
Yes.
good.
Okay.
Now, you could go another 2 or 3 links, but then it's because I've gained weight. My wrist is at like 8.5
You
now.
want me to take one out? Measure it?
No, you're good. Where do you guys sell online other than your website? I've been using Selfie but they haven't had much luck. The only other place that we ever sell anything online is Etsy, and we don't use them currently for our jewelry and cabochons and stuff. But we do have an Etsy shop that I hopefully will be adding some things to later, eventually. I cannot give you a time frame for our planner, Compass Rose Planner Co. We started a second business fall of 2021, or a third business really, because we've got the vlog too. But okay, so I've pulled off almost a full arm span of 28 gauge silver, toned silver plated here, and I have a little section of 20 gauge that I've made into that ear hook shape. This was 8 inches, I think, and then I have almost 7 inches of 18 gauge. Yeah, because we had all that free time. You can find our planners. Actually, if you go to the Facebook, you can find the planner group, Compass Rose Planner Co. I haven't posted in about a week, but we have a this week reasonably active group going of planner enthusiasts. And so when we do have things for sale, we'll be posting that over to the Facebook page and group for... Ah, selfie is free for 10 items. Right on. What you need, my love?
Oh, I did put it back. I was looking for the bracelet tray. I was like, did I put it back?
So I've done about 10 coils here in the center of... Bye, Witch and Gnome. Have a good night at work. And my difficulty on making sets of ear cuffs is always trying to get them to match. So, and all of these gear sets are actually going to be made into ear cuffs. I think I'm actually going to electroform all of these gold tones ones, just because that doesn't really sell very well for us, but copper does. So, hey Mitch, they are, like, I absolutely love the group. I haven't had it in me to go and socialize online at all this past week, so. Right? Oh. Okay, so this one, I had the angle like this, so I'm going to do this one like that. How did we do the inside? Okay. Yeah, brown does really well, I think. It matches nice with any vintage bronze jewelry. So I'm going to go ahead and just use my fingers to shape those little curves. Are you using half hard, dead soft, or another type of wire? Parawire does not sell their wire typically, like at least their enameled copper that I'm using here. They don't sell it as a particular hardness, but it falls, in my experience, for the most part, between a dead soft and half hard, closer to the dead soft side. Because of their enameling and spooling and stuff, it's not a full dead soft, but it's... Oh, that's... Okay, I'm gonna flip that over. What's up, love?
Is this one too small?
No, that one was perfect.
Did you try it?
Uh-huh. You want me to try it again?
Yes. I think you're making it. No? Okay. Fair enough.
And I love the stretch on them because they stretch just enough to get them on without having to use a clasp. So whenever I'm mirror imaging, I will just look at one spot. So like this curve here, I need to be mirrored. So we'll have it like that. And then we'll just have this cross over, because again, it's crossing this way, so now we need to do this way. Raz says, I've been using stuff from Hobby Lobby and they don't label theirs. 16 and 18 gauge I like because they are stiff to use for structure. 20 gauge is really soft. Right on. What brand of wire have you been getting from Hobby Lobby? Because their vintage wire is actually Parawire that's just been kind of rebranded and packaged for them. They're On a Wire, I think that's the brand. of like aluminum. It's very, very soft. And Artistic Wire brand is a little bit stiffer um, than Parawire. Hydrate. Thank you, Comatose. Just hydrate, hydrate. Okay. And so just to keep it, I think it's the same regardless of which way we have it traveling. But just to stick to the structure of what I've been doing, I'm going to do the gear first. So I've wrapped twice around one. Yeah. No, and not shooting shots or anything, or throwing shade or whatever the terms are nowadays.
One of those things is not like the other.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. They're words that I've heard on the internet, so I don't really know what they mean. But Artistic Wire is not as good as Parawire, in my opinion. It's the enameling just doesn't hold up the same, like at all. Like I get way more chipping and flaking and fading and yellowing with Artistic Wire than I do with Parawire. Okay, so I've done 2 around both, 1 around through the gear. That's just blurry, isn't it? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coils around 1. I highly recommend, and we aren't sponsored or anything by Parawire. Like, there is no business affiliation except for I have consistently given them money for wire for like a decade now. And I've been very happy about it, and that's why I recommend them so highly. But I do recommend following them on their social media because they do have giveaways, and they'll also post about, like, if you sign up for their newsletter, they post about when they have sales and stuff. So that's always a good thing to watch out for.
Which I think the giveaways are like every Friday, aren't
Possibly. I don't know if it's a Wednesday or a Friday, or if they post it on Wednesday and then did the drawing on Friday.
they? Yeah.
I don't know either. I always like the posts, but never participate in them because I'm like, I'll just buy it. Like 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Ross. Aaron says, do they have an affiliate / referral program? I don't believe so. As far as I'm aware, Parawire is actually a pretty, I'm not going to say it's a small company, but I don't think they have a whole, like, huge staff or anything like that. Um, and so I don't know if they are in a position to have, like, an affiliate or referral program. And if they did, I'd be all over it, but I'm also so happy to just sing their praises for free.
I'm quite pleased with their current working relationship.
Yep.
Nothing we say is going to
Yeah.
impact them in any way.
Exactly. By us not being affiliates or anything like that, I feel like Randy and I have free reign to say whatever dumb crap on our channel we like to say, or cuss or do anything without being a reflection on their company, which is a big reason of why I don't like taking sponsorships or doing collaborations or anything like that, is because I never want my poor behavior to, be a reflection on somebody else's company. Um, so,
Well, I'm not going to use that product because that if I'm William, she used to say.
yeah, she's the worst. It's like, bitch, I know.
Mom?
Right on, Molly. I've never used that wire before. Right on, Gabby. She says they have a giveaway on Wednesday and Friday. One is on Instagram and the other is on Facebook.
There it is. I think Penny Van actually won once.
Oh, maybe. And I do 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do one more repetition of that weaving. I really wish the live stream gave better quality.
Yeah.
Aaron says, poor behavior, excuse. I prefer the term fabulously eccentric behavior. Yeah, but I like being eccentric on my own time without it affecting. Oh, you remembered correctly. Randy Penny did win.
Yeah. I remember I was really happy for her.
Stephanie says, I've always wondered about that. You've made them a lot of money converting people to Parawire. Well, they've made us a lot of money by having a good product that we can sell for way more affordably than if we were limited to just using either bare copper or sterling. Like,
Yep.
just that we can have a silver option that is not sterling is so nice. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be our 5th one. And I'm just using the wire. I'm using the gear to shape the wire around.
Gear.
Gear. And so it's. And just that, they keep their product so affordable, even through the price of copper going up, even through all of the. I know they've got to have the same complications with the shipping as what we do, and yet they're so professional, and I absolutely love working with them. Hey Reggie, how's it going? Okay, so that's our 5th one. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then wrapping once and twice around both. It was her first Parawire ever. What colors of wire did you get from them? 4, 5, then 1, 2, smush as we go. And not stainless steel, which I heard is really difficult to use.
Nice.
But yeah, stainless steel wire has a time and place. It is not all the time and it's not everywhere, but it is super tricky to work with, so I don't necessarily recommend it to beginners. Oof. I should have pulled myself off more wire.
Spring back.
Ton of spring back. But it's really nice for ear hooks.
Oh, sure.
And clasps. Like stuff that you want, if you can get it to be the shape that you want it to stay that shape. Ah, right on, Kit. One, 2, 3. Oh, I hope I have enough to get me through. There's 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that wire crossed over itself.
Yeah, Molly, there's no way for it to focus.
Yeah. Now, we do have tutorials for similar designs to this. The live streams are more for hanging out because I can't guarantee or even start to pretend like it's going to have a good, not pixelated, not blurry quality. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's our last 5. And so now I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 wraps. And then I'm gonna snip. And then I'm gonna smush. There we go.
Twist. And I'm going to push.
But yeah, I'm holding the piece as still as I can. The camera is as still as it can possibly be. And this is just as focused as it gets. But Aaron says, has the internet situation not improved? It has not. Everywhere in town except for like the quadrant that we live in has fiber. And
they are scheduled to get it in about 3 years.
When we move to the woods where we won't have internet. So yay. So yeah, we're kind of it is what it is. We may actually one day, this is an interesting fantasy we haven't fantasized about, Randy.
Hmm.
If when we're living out in the sticks, if we have studio space that we rent in an area that does have fiber that we stream from.
So you mean having to leave and go to our streaming site?
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Never mind.
Yeah.
But like, what if maybe?
If there's any excuse, it's
If
not
there,
going to
yeah,
fly.
I can't leave my house. That's ridiculous. Oh, we're hoping to one day move back to Tennessee
Eventually.
eventually.
In about 3 years.
In about 3 years. About
When
the
this
time,
place
just
can get
whenever it
full
is that
fiber.
we can finally get cable internet or fiber optic internet, um, we'll move. Ah, right on. Ross says checked my video quality and it was set to the lowest. Put it on 720p and I can see now. That's awesome.
Fancy.
So now we're gonna do that same weaving pattern, two around both. And I don't know why I just like working from the back on this 4, 5.
Well, if I can keep from throwing myself over fire pits, and we're going to throw all of our stuff into a big moving van and go.
Yeah.
If I keep throwing myself over fire pits, we'll pay somebody to throw our stuff in a moving van.
Right. Ooh, what's up? Yeah, for sure, Aaron. Email would probably be best, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, Chattanooga's got really good internet.
They do. Chattanooga's beautiful, too.
I remember the city of Chattanooga got really pissed off in Iron Man 3.
Yeah, because it portrayed them as being so, like, podunk,
Backwoods.
and it's like Chattanooga's probably my favorite city in Tennessee.
I mean, I don't like it that much, but
It's better than Nashville.
Oh yeah,
to drive through.
I hate Nashville.
Like, as far as cities go, in Tennessee, Chattanooga's my favorite. It has all the stuff that you could possibly want from a big city without all of the big city problems that seem to come from.
It's got plenty of big city problems.
It does, but we don't die every time we go there.
That's true.
And every single time we drive in Nashville, we come real close to just biting the bullet or kissing the dust or whatever the terms are. I need to make like a tree and get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm getting all of those wrong today. It's okay, so there's 5. And now we're gonna...
Yes, it's about, 2 hours from Dragon?
Yeah.
Chattanooga is?
And we'd live close to Santa. Steven.
Steven. Okay, I was like, Santa's in the North Pole, honey.
No, I know.
No, really, he's there.
No, I know. But the property prices around Chattanooga are just a little higher than what I would like to be paying.
Yeah.
Which, if I could get away with like $5 per acre, that'd be amazing.
I don't think that's in the U.S.
No, it's not. But a girl can still hope, right? Okay, so this is where all my wire ended up. Off. So I'm going to trim that and use it.
We're not entirely certain at the moment. We're looking towards western Tennessee.
Yeah, we've been looking at a little bit far west of Nashville and south of Clarksville. Because about a 45-minute drive from there, you can be in pretty deep woods, like state and national park territory. Murfreesboro is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're not looking for anything. We're looking for undeveloped land as well. Because
we've got friends that live in Murfreesboro, and they have just been sending us all year just video from their front porch. It's like, it's snowing again. And I'm like, why?
Why would it do this? Okay. So, I need these to match. So, this one right here is going to only be this wide. Bye, Kit. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Yeah.
Ooh, right on, Sherry. Well, have fun moving.
Market is not what I would call stable at the moment.
Yeah. It's not the kind of buyer's market I want to be buying in.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's great if you're selling.
Yeah.
Sucks to be buying.
Well, in some areas, it hasn't really, like around here, everybody who had their houses for sale just raised the prices and now they're still not selling.
Yeah,
So.
there's that.
But no, it's as much as I love what we do for a living, if I could quit my job and work, like, I want to be a farmer. Like, I do, or I just want a homestead. Like, I want to have, like, a horse or 2 or 12 and, like, some goats
Or
or
maybe
2
like a
or
half a
12.
horse.
No, not a half a horse, a whole horse.
We'll talk about it
And
later.
just garden and play in my dirt all the ding dong day. So now I know I'll never be able to not craft just because it's in my blood. Like, crafters gotta craft. But we really, really want to get to have um our
Oh
20
wow,
acres or 200 acres, or maybe make Camp Craft Along happen and be our own venue. Or
that's the goal, is to get enough land where we can be our own venue.
and then if you want to talk about hosting fairy festivals,
Yeah.
though, I'm really hoping in 2022 to be able to take some classes at the William Holland School and start getting an idea of how their operation
It
is
is
run.
2022.
Right, but
Are they
deep,
open?
I don't know. They haven't updated their schedule since 2021, so we'll need to see. But I'd really love to take classes there, and if they like me, hopefully teach there if they have room for me or if I have anything to offer. Yep, they got the Ren Fair too. Though we had applied for 6 years to the Tennessee Ren Fair. And for 6 years, we got rejected as vendors because they were like, well, we already have a leather worker. Well, we already have a wire wrapper. We already have a person who does chainmail. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Wood burn boxes. We do wood burn boxes.
They're like, nah.
We already got someone that does that.
But it's, as a vendor, I totally respect them doing that. But at the same time, I really, really wanted to vend there because it was so close to our house and it's such a good Ren Fair. It would have been such a great experience.
And let's see, we did what? Synthetic tails.
Yeah.
We tried to get in on that.
Yeah, and they
No.
weren't having it. Well, this one still came out longer than that one, but I guess it's just how it goes. Good thing most people have their ears on the sides of their heads and not on the front.
They can compare.
But yeah, we actually have an earring tutorial that is this design just without that little bit of wire for the ear cuff. Okay, I'm gonna move this and I'm gonna flip it around. Hey guys, and we're gonna try these on. So the way that I fit these to folks is if they want it arched one way or the other way, we'll just kind of shape it around to, and we would do henna in our booth as well, and they were like, we already have a henna artist. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's okay. So we just wrap around the back side. Like, we have this shaped so that this narrower side holds on to the cartilage of your ear, and then this deeper side rests in your ear well. So I'm going to turn so that y'all can see. And I'm going to pinch down on the cartilage first, and that's where it holds. And then you can... I can't see because they're on the side of my head. Oh, I guess I can look at this screen. What's up, babe?
You can't see because on the side of your head.
Oh, Ross says, so maybe dumb question. How do the ear wraps stay on your ear? They just hold on to the side here. Ah! And then they hold on to that softer cartilage on the back. And then by resting in the ear well. Because you don't want to feel that you have it on. Hmm.
I laughed, you laughed, the humidifier laughed.
So I'm gonna scroll it down. So if you're able to see kind of how that sits, I can't tell if I'm in frame or not. Now, and if you have your ears pierced, you can also thread an earring through the little spiral on the end and then through your piercing and hold them on even more securely that way. And my little Sam dog. So, hey Tim, how's it going? So, but yeah, so that's. And I usually, whenever I'm fitting them to folks, I'll make sure that it follows that inner curve of the ear because ears are more unique than fingerprints, or so the internet told me. Oh no, Elijah, you'll get it. There we are. And I really love them for covering up the seam on prosthetic elf ears. So those are a lot of fun. Oh gosh, my neck and shoulders are so tense. Ooh, there's a bracelet here for me to finish. So Q&A time, y'all have my relatively undivided attention for a moment before we go. We'll probably be here for about 5 more minutes before I go and beg Randy to make some hamburger helper. Pro says, how's the weather? It's freaking cold and I hate it, but there's no mosquitoes, which is nice.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's fine. Actually, I only hate it when I'm not in bed. Like,
Oh, you don't mind it when it...
No, because we got the heated blankie and I get the snuggles and
I'm a furnace.
And you're a furnace. So this is one with the square cut rings that have such a nice flash to them. Oh, thanks, Erin. It's looking good, babe. How are y'all doing, adventures? Where I actually have it earmarked to watch part 2 of y'all's backpacking trip.
Oh yeah. So you were like, no, that's all.
So I was like, I want to see what their setup is because I want to go camping so bad. It's supposed to be in the 60s this weekend, right? We'll see. And then it like snows again after that, right?
February 2nd. Snow.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
January
January 30th.
Woohoo!
It's like 70.
That's what they're saying. Will you be making any more polymer clay moons? Probably once it heats up. Oh, I gotta show you guys. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta grab something I'm really excited about.
She's sick, but not sick.
I'm getting better. But I'm also so, okay.
Wow, New York is gearing up for 12 inches.
Ooh, y'all stay safe.
Y'all just stay inside.
Yeah. So the first moons that we had done
where
came out kind of wonky and weird. So
that's after fire polishing.
And this is after fire polishing, but you can see there.
But without grinding.
Yeah. Here, let me finish my coffee.
Oh, my bad.
I know I'm not used to you participating in the live streams, and I'm so
I can go back in the other room.
Please
it's fine.
don't. I'm having a really hard time, so I'm asking you. The thickness on these, because that was the thing that we were like, I don't really like how the fronts of them just kind of, that's not a good example, on these ones, how it'll like just flash and it's not domed. I was like, this would be perfect if we could figure out how to have it be domed. But since we're on, we had done this on the ring saw, and then fire polished it, but the fire polishing, while it rounds the edges off really nicely, it doesn't give it that nice domed shape that doing a full fuse will like puddle it out and make it like so nice. And we had even done some that were triple thick, which again, it's just very flat on the top. So I was like, but what if, and this is another one that we had done, again, without the grinder, but this one, Randy and I did today, and we have not fire polished it, but what we did is we started with a,
We call them tiles.
yeah, a tile cab that we kind of stack the squares of glass together and then full fuse it so it puddles, which gives it that really nice dome. See how it's different on the edges on this one versus this one? So, and it puddles it up a little bit thicker in the center too. But then we went through and we used our ring saw to cut the thing, and then it's actually like to cut out the crescent, and then it actually is just the right size to on the grinder, and then we angled it that way it kind of, and so we're hoping that we can fire polish this, but y'all just look at the shape on that. Like that is,
Just look at the bones.
look at the bones. This is my favorite so far, and I'm really hopeful that we'll be able to do larger moons. And I think it's gonna look cool after fire polishing. But and the biggest thing is since we puddled it out first, it doesn't have this crazy wonky butt from where I was doing the ring saw. So I'm really excited, and we're hoping that this will actually be our Sunday tutorial. I can't guarantee that we'll actually have it out, but we'll have to see, because I need to fire polish it, and to do a fire polish we kind of have to do a whole big batch.
Yeah, we'll get more made.
Well, but to have it in time for Sunday,
We'll try.
we'd have to get them done today so that they could be fire polished tonight, so that we could record it, because it's taking so long to upload
Yeah.
all these freaking videos.
Sam, what you doing there, buddy? I'm just rolling. Just rolling.
We need to take him to the we found a new vet in town, and so we'll see if we can take Sam in to, if they'll do surgery, because the vet we usually go to is like, we already did surgery twice, it's come back both times, so no more surgery for Sam. And I'm like, but his lump is like the size of a basketball. Like it's freaking huge. So we'll see. Plop down anywhere. Yep, he is a cutie. Okay. We're not having an after party today. Just because I do need to kind of, wow. Can I show them?
What?
Well, everything you've made basically this past 2 weeks. Well, if I can't brag on you, then look at all, Randy did all of this like by himself.
Well, not the word bracelet. That was left over.
Yeah, that was left over from the auctions, and then I did the links on these ones. Everything else, straight Randy. We're gonna be good on bracelets, honey.
Not yet. We still got a quota.
Well, we're gonna be good. But yeah, so we'll keep you guys posted on how the new glass moons come out, because that's just the sweetest little poop. And then keep making elf ears. Not elf ears, ear wraps. Thanks for doing the live. Another awesome Friday night. I'm really glad to kind of be back into the stride of it. Yes, we'll hopefully get to feeling better and just kind of carrying on. Wire board again. Oh yeah, we'll flip this around. Wire. Now we got some empty spots because Pairwire is not, like, they don't have stuff up for sale a whole lot right now.
Well, they're still moving, I think.
Yeah, but it's starting to, I'm starting to feel it. I need to order some wire. I'm like, I hope they hurry up and get everything settled, because I need to give them more money. Yeah, I highly recommend the ear cuffs, Jennifer. They're a lot of fun. And then to take them off, you just kind of pull them off towards the back. Now, I didn't have these squeezed very hard. If I had like, oh, now that one's really on there. There we go. But whenever I take them off, I like to get in there and just open it up just a little bit more. That way it'll get a nice fresh fit for next time I put it on. So, yes, the trapped bead bracelets. I did help on those too, Jennifer. But thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us. We will see y'all. I'm glowing again. Okay. We'll see you all hopefully in Sunday's tutorial. If we don't have a tutorial ready yet for you guys on Sunday, then we will see you in Monday's shop update and giveaway tour video that we'll be doing at noon on Monday. Yes, that's why Parawire is out of like everything. They're moving from, they were in New Jersey and I think they're moving to, was it North or South Carolina? I can't remember which.
Carolinas.
One of the Carolinas. But moving is a lot. So,
North Carolina.
oh, okay. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out and we will see you all next time. So sign up for our newsletter. It's free. You won't miss a thing.
12 bracelets a week is the quota.
Yeah, okay, so just so you guys know, I said I was done, but I'm not done. I missed you guys. The quota that we are trying to meet every week on our jewelry production is for pendants, we need to make 10 to 30. So it's 10 is our minimum, 30 is our goal. Because that gives us 3 times enough to fill our display.
So what we're shooting for is before Anime St. Louis, and the maximum quota is for Draken.
Right. But if we can hit max, then...
I mean, yeah.
And we've been for 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
So pendants, that's 10 to 30 pendants a week. Bracelets is 12 to 36 bracelets a week. Necklaces, 4 to 12. We don't have nearly as many necklace displays as we do pendant.
Which is fine.
It is fine, but I'm really glad to be hitting the high end of the necklaces because we never know what will sell. So I'm trying to like do like as much as possible. Earrings, we need to make 10 to 30 earrings a week because we actually, that's what this box right here is. Do y'all want to do an unboxing with me? Real quick, since I already said bye to everybody. This is the last one, I think, in the freaking world, it seems. Because I wanted to get 4 of them. I wanted to get our total up to 4. That wasn't going to happen.
I don't know where anything is.
Me neither.
Well, this is your work area.
I'm just going to use my wire snip. Snip, snip, snip. I'm not going to use... Ow! Oh, it got me. Wendy! Where's my... Oh my God, scissors. I'll be right back. This is hateful.
People who clicked off are suckers.
Yeah. I'll use this craft knife I found just now. Okay. We got this from Friar Mountain Gems, which is where we had originally gotten all of our displays. But now that we make all of our displays, we gotta keep the box nice.
We do.
Because the other boxes.
Oh, this one is different.
It is.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
but it's...
We'll see.
It is what it is.
We'll see.
Okay. This is... And we can fit a whole bunch.
It's like 144?
Yeah, it's 16 times 4.
Oh, okay. No.
It's like 84 pairs of earrings, but that's because we leave a space in between them. So we could fit more than that. But
what do you have? A knife?
no. So what makes this significant for us is this style of base. We can find this almost exact same style of earring display, but since we have the grid squares that we've set up our earrings on, it's really important to us that we have this disc style base because the one that's just the 3 like legs isn't as stable. Ooh. And then how do we... There we go. We'll take it out the side.
I'm glad we're doing this here at home. I'm gonna go get some pliers.
Okay, Randy's gonna go use some tools on that. Oh my gosh. But it's got the little rose up at the top. It's a little bent, but that's okay. Oh, and this is always the first thing to break off is these freaking leaves on the top. Our other 2 don't have those leaves anymore. I bet I could make some epoxy sculpt ones though. But yeah, so we got a new earring display. So we had to make at least 84 more earrings in a variety to fill this one, and then we wanted to have enough to fill all three again if hopefully earring sales go really, really well.
Okay.
Which, considering we usually sell our earrings for like $3 or $5 a piece, they move pretty quick. Like, we try to move at least one pair of earrings per sale. So like if somebody's getting a necklace, we like to be like, do you see these earrings over here that are pretty and matched? We used to sell earrings and necklaces together as a set, but then folks would be like, so you'll need to leave one of the bolts on.
Yep.
But then people would be like, well, I don't want the earrings. Can you take, $10 or $15 off? And I'm like, no, we don't want to do this. So that's why we don't sell them together as sets anymore. Unless somebody custom orders. Like, oh, I missed. Do you do that dance too? Very convincing. Sometimes. You've seen me in the booth, Erin. You know how we get. Like, so professional. Yep. So if we can upsell an earring for somebody, or a pair of earrings. But yeah, so this is the base. That was the part that I was like, I need that. And then the earring display just goes, oh, wow. And then we don't use earring cards. We just put the little earring hooks through the holes and then put the earbacks on them, and then they just hang there. They have a square version of this that works really well for hanging earring cards,
Sure.
But we were just sticking with what had been working.
Well, it's also harder for people to steal earrings if
Yes.
they don't just lift off.
Because if you can just lift off the earring card, like, so much of the time whenever people are shopping in our booth, we will actually be like, well, here, let's hold that for you. And we'll make like a little pile for them. That way they're not holding stuff in their hand and like getting distracted or walking away or maliciously stealing it.
We made bracelet displays that hooked, and I can't tell you how many times somebody's walked by and just tried to like grab a bracelet.
And it takes the whole freaking table
thing,
with it.
Makes a huge scene.
And they still didn't
everybody's
get the
looking,
bracelet. Yeah.
And they're like, oh.
Yep. So if we could make stuff honk whenever people touch it, like, we would do that. But yeah, so that's our new earring display.
Well, hey, what's
up?
Before I take this off.
Yeah, let's leave it up and start loading it.
Well, let's put it in the box and see if it'll close.
Now we'll still have to take, if you want to take that and put it in the box. And then we can set this
Oh, I see.
like that.
Okay.
But yeah, we don't have to take the base off every time for this one.
Cool.
And then forevermore, we just travel the display with all the earrings on it. We just back into the thing, and we save all of our bubble wrap because we'll actually probably put it back into its bubble wrap when it has the earrings on it. So, okay. I'm gonna go for real now. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. And we will see you all next time. So until then, happy crafting. Mwah. Bye. How do I close out? How do I close out of the live stream? Oh, okay. Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Oh my gosh.